Hey South Coast, welcome back to, I don't know what week of groups this is. Is it 3? Week 3? Something like that. So anyways, we're back. We had an awesome Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms once again. It was a great celebration of you all, and so I had some good food after church. Hopefully you did as well. But anyways, that's besides the point. We had an awesome message as well. And it was kind of based around the story or the parable that Jesus tells about the talents. And so it's a very interesting story. And so we'll kind of get into that. Basically, let me recap a little bit of what the story is about. So there's a master and he's got 3 servants and he gives one 5 talents, or we can talk about those as like a numerical value of wealth, right? So it gives 5 talents and then 2 talents to another servant and then 1 talent to the last one. And so the one with 5 talents works with the money and gets 5 more, so he ends up with 10. The one with 2 gets 2 more, ends up with 4, and the one with 1 just buries it and brings back the 1 to the master. Anyways, the master's happy with the guys who multiplied. The master's upset with the one who didn't. And so now let's talk about this a little bit. So it revolves around the idea of stewardship. And so this is our first question for the week and this is just kind of a warm-up. You know, we always do a warm-up question. You gotta have a warm-up question. So what does good stewardship look like, and what does bad stewardship look like? And if you need to address with the group kind of what stewardship is in the first place, start there. But what does good stewardship look like, and what does bad stewardship look like? Give some examples and have some fun with that, and then we'll go on to the next question. Ready, set, go. Okay, we're back. Welcome. Hopefully that was good. Here's our next question. We actually have 4 questions today, so we'll hopefully get through them kind of fast. But take your time with them, because I think there's some good questions in here. So we talked about at the beginning how the master divvies up these talents. And so he's got 5 to one of the servants, 2 to the other, and 1 to the last one. So the question here, and it's kind of an interesting question. I don't know that we fully know the answer, but I think we can get somewhere with this, is why did the master divvy up different amounts of wealth to each servant? Why wasn't it all the same? Why didn't they all get 2 or 3 and then ask to do with that what they will? Why was it 5, 2, and 1? And is it fair? So let's ask those questions. Why was it divvied up in the different ways that it was? And also, is that fair? And so ask that question, talk about it a little bit. The distribution of wealth. Ready, set, go. Okay, we're back. Everyone got a little heated there. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm not in your group, but you probably had a great conversation. So anyways, the next question we have is related kind of similarly. At the end of the story, it talks about how the master gets really upset at the one who had only 1 talent and buried it and didn't do anything with it. And he says, "You wicked and lazy servant." And then what he does is he takes the 1 talent from that servant and gives it to the one who then had 10, 5, and then added 5 more. So now he's got 11 total. So he takes it from the one who didn't do anything with it and gives it to the most wealthy of them all. And the question for us is, why did he do that? Why was he upset that the one with 1 didn't do anything with it? And why did he then take that from him and give it to the one who had produced the most? And the question seems kind of simple, or the answer seems kind of simple, but at the same time, I think it has some real implications of what we see probably in our world today. So why did the master take the 1 from that servant and give it to the other servant? And what does that mean? What do we get from that, right? And so how can we learn from that? Ready, set, go. Okay, final question. And this has been really good. Really, this parable is really tough to work through. And it's been kind of a struggle for me over the years that I've studied it, is how do we go about this? And that's why we've addressed the questions the way that we have. And what's fair, what's not fair, but also what's the incentive to be good stewards? And I think that's kind of where we're getting at. So here's the final question. What would our heart posture be or should it be, if we were the one who received 5 talents? We'll start there. What should our response be if we are the person in the story that received 5 talents? Should we be proud of ourselves? Should we think that we're the best with finances, and so that's why the master gave us 5 and the other ones are less than us? Or should we be grateful, or should we take it as an honor? What's our response? And then also, this is kind of the harder one, is what should our response be if we find ourselves being the one who only received 1? Should we be sad about it? Should we think that we've started off less than the others? Should we be scared, as the response was here, where we just try to hold on to the 1? Or should we take it as an honor as well that we got 1 and try to multiply it? I don't know. You guys talk about it. What should our response be if we're the one who receives 5? And what should our response be if we're the one that receives 1? And so talk about that and any other questions that you guys want to discuss in your group. Hopefully you had an amazing group session, but go ahead and answer that question. We'll see you next week. Bye.